Perfect. And then you can snag reels and stuff from there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Can we go
Which
behind the book?
This one.
That's a maybe.
Beep, beep, beep. Whatever, fuck this, I'm fine.
Like, I don't know why this is like flat, but that one can't go flat.
This one doesn't like to be flat, clearly, and this one's like, fuck all of you, because I literally.
Whatever.
Okay, cool.
See, that's so much better. Now you can see your face. Well, if you change where your mic is, yeah.
What the fuck am I gonna do with this? I can't live like this, it's fine, we're fine, I don't care.
Okay, it's better than it was.
No, it's way better, but like, it's still dumb, I'm still pissed about it. Okay, where's my list now that, God help us, this is bad.
Okay, get your shit together, Carol.
Okay. All right.
I think we're right here.
Are we good?
Yeah. Okay.
Wild times out here. All right,
We're just trying to make shit work.
it's only took us 30 minutes to
You
get
know
to this point. We're here, we're good. Wow, wild times. Okay. All right, are we good?
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome back to Tropes and Tantrums. Happy freaking New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. This is a big deal.
This is, oh my gosh.
It was a lot to get here. Season 2.
Yay.
Back and better than ever.
And we're just changing it up over here.
I would, maybe better than ever is like a strong.
I don't know better than ever, but like better than the last time we were recording.
You know what? We're better than we were
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago. We don't, as you can see, we're no longer wearing headphones. That was a today.
That was a game time decision.
That was, and we realized we had the wrong mics anyway, so it was fine.
It worked out.
It did, and usually there's no one here in the building, so I think that a little bit threw us off because they changed the code on the door. There's a lot of things, so like don't ever try and sneak in here because you won't be able to, because you won't. You just won't.
You literally can't.
You can't come get at us.
No.
We're also not here that often, so for you to find us,
Facts.
it's fine. But we're here.
Yes.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Season 2, I heard podcast people just say they change the season when they want to take a break. And then they're like, oh, it's a new season.
Yep, that works for me.
I mean,
New year, new us.
New year, new us. Different sickness, because
Oh my God.
our kids.
Please excuse my voice.
And mine.
Oh my God.
It was, you know what? We have kids.
We have kids.
Hence the reason you know the name of the podcast.
Tropes and Tantrums.
I am actually so impressed with myself that I've made it this far into this, from fall to now, that I haven't been sick. And it was actually like a really nice thing, because normally I've gotten sick like 6 times because kids. And it's actually been really nice to have made it through.
Dallas got sick literally Christmas morning.
Yes.
He would open a few presents and then stand up and go, I think I'm gonna throw up, and like take off. He'd go throw up. He'd come back looking sheet white.
He's here for the vibes. He was like, we're not missing Christmas for this, you guys.
And we couldn't decide if he was like, are you sick? Like, is something hurting, like your throat, your ears, like your tummy? And he's like, no, I just needed to throw up. We're like, okay, maybe he's just like overexcited.
I mean, I feel that also. I have that issue.
Then he proceeded to get like a cold.
Yeah.
Then this last week was like, my ear hurts, like was screaming in the middle of the night.
But he did, the good news is he did tell me on the phone the other day that his ears are feeling better.
Yeah, he did. He had to let Daniel know that his ears were feeling
know
better.
what? I appreciate that. Dallas is one of my favorite people. He's just,
to know him is to love him.
It's true. We just have a kinship, and he really likes me because he talks to me, which is a really big deal.
He doesn't talk to nobody.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that I get that.
Well, and the kids, like, they walk around. Charlie's got this, like, fake phone, and she walks around going, Charlotte, Eloise, Charlotte. Eloise.
Which we love.
I'm
We
like,
love. Honestly,
As soon as you guys are feeling better, we're
We're going.
going
now we
somewhere.
got the wagon.
Oh my gosh, the wagon.
The
wagon.
literal escalated wagons, honestly. And
I'm glad that you got one.
I'm thrilled. So I saw this thing on TikTok, because apparently I'm on this site of TikTok about people who like impulse buy, which tracks because hello,
That's you.
That's me. And this girl was like she was like, if you want to cut your impulse spending back in 2024, I was like, well, I don't know if, that's a lot. It's a tall order. I didn't add that as my resolution because it's a lot.
Maybe that's on my bingo card for 2025.
Maybe. But she was like, you need to know that the science is that you are going to feel the happiest about your purchase right before you buy it. And then from there it's downhill. And I was like, that's false. That's actually false.
Impulse buying things that you want / need.
No, I don't agree with her. I was like, I literally, when that box showed up, I was like hyped. Like I was hyped for a long time because I wanted it for a really long time.
Yeah.
But the only time I was not hyped about it was when I was putting it together because I was sick yesterday and also trying to put this shit together, and there's kids trying to climb in the wagon before it's even put together. And I'm like, don't touch it! I'm like, get away from me! I'm trying to do this. It's very stressful for me, and I'm trying to follow instructions, but the instructions aren't clear. So then I look up a video on YouTube. I'm watching this dad also put it together. He just got it 8 days ago, so thank God he uploaded this video. Claps for that guy. I don't know who he is, but
that is so
he's
funny.
amazing. But honestly, I'm lit, and I'm like going to be lit every time I open it because it has changed the game. I am a double stroller mom.
I think the turning point for the wagon for you was your husband at Disneyland being like, wait, why don't we have that?
Let me tell you. So I have talked about this wagon for years, and I'm like, need this wagon. It's expensive.
Also, if you're a mom, you know the wagon that we're talking about.
Yeah, if you know, you know. And I really was like, I can't just, like, it just feels like, and I've probably bought enough things off Amazon to equal the price of this wagon, like, obviously, where, like, I probably could have bought it and then, like, whatever, but then I also would have still bought the other shit anyway.
Obviously.
But when you see people with this wagon, you're like, that's elite, like, in terms of you're pushing it, because wagons you're pulling, and I have a wagon that you pull. It's not fun. Like, it's not fun. And there's no security as far as kids can jump out and in and open the door and just do crazy stuff because they're low to the ground also. So they could, like, literally barrel roll straight out of the wagon, basically.
Yes.
And I was lit about it. And so my cousin and I have talked about this wagon for like 3 years. Like, when the girls are bigger, we're like, well, this wagon's gonna be like amazing. We gotta get this wagon, whatever. And so, like, we call it like our wagon because it's like literally like, we've been waiting for this. And so I'm just like, I'm very excited about it. I can't wait. And then we have all 4, you know what? 4 is the perfect number because it's 4 seats and we have 2 kids each, and it's perfect. And the kids cannot wait to be together. I talked to Amber, and I think that it's funny because, like, one of the best, like, blessings for me in like 2023 was like my friendship with Amber and this podcast and like all the things.
Same.
But I think the unexpected, not that, like, it wasn't like completely like their kids, whatever, but I think the unexpected part is how much the kids love each other.
I agree with that because there's a lot of our friends have kids around the similar age.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't say a lot of our friends, but
But
like
a good amount of people.
And
Yeah.
in my husband and I's friend group, we have very similar age children. And that's fine and dandy, but there's only one set that they talk about consistently. And outside of Charlotte and Eloise, but they always are talking about those 2 kids and Charlotte and Eloise, always, constantly. When can we see them? When can we?
And
can we call Danielle? Can we?
Charlotte and Eloise, like, literally ask all the time, and it is the sweetest thing. And when they see each other, it's like, it's like when Amber and I see each other.
Oh my God, it's like
it's the same vibe.
It's I haven't seen you. Oh, excuse me. My brain is not computing right now. As you know from my voice notes that I've been sending you my rambles.
It's fine. I mean, same, literally.
But I equivocate, I think that's the word I'm looking for, is to, you know, when you go through that phase in like high school where you hug literally everyone you see and you're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. And you literally saw them the passing period before.
100%.
That is what it's like when we see each other and then our kids see each other.
And the difference is for them, they have like a very different sense of time.
Yeah, they don't understand.
So they literally feel like they haven't seen each other in like 900 years.
Yes.
And it's literally for them has felt like 900 years. And I guess it's like the same thing, like we haven't recorded this podcast and like sitting here is like thrilling for me.
Same.
And like could not wait to be back.
I think my favorite was when Dallas was like, can I talk to Charlotte? And you went out in the backyard and she like took off her helmet and
I don't
fixed
know
her
why she
hair
put-
and she was like, hi Dallas. And I was like, what is happening right now? You guys are cousins.
It was the
Stop
helmet.
it.
It was the helmet tank top for me. I was like, why are you taking this stupid helmet? You literally
This is
walk around our
terrible.
house in this helmet. And like,
She had
you're
to like fix her hair.
and it's funny because sometimes when I FaceTime people, I get like I don't want to look like a trash bag either. Like I get that vibe, but like if it's just
It was
fun.
hysterical.
And Vance like was like, what is going on? Why are you taking it was just but it was that I like also like he asked me and like I couldn't like not oblige to like get up and make sure that he like got to say hi to her because then
Yeah.
she would have been upset if she didn't because she was
correct.
because when we saw you at the mall and I said I was like because I had said to Vance, I had said, oh yeah, I saw Amber and Alex at the mall with Dallas and Jilly and then Charlotte's like, where did you see Dallas? And she was like very upset that like, and she's like, why didn't you take me?
Well, I thought you had everybody. So I was like,
gosh.
oh, let's go see everybody. And
No, it was just me. It was just
well,
proud
so Dallas was hyped. He was like, wait, we're gonna go see Danielle. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, cool, I get to see
you know
Charlotte.
what?
And then
Danielle's a package deal, and it's disappointing when it's honestly it's everyone. Everyone feels that way. They're like, oh, it's like just you, like you don't have the kids with you, like what the. Like I didn't ask
I feel
for you.
that
My
sometimes.
parents feel that way. My parents like, why are you here without the kids? I don't want you.
Where? Oh gosh.
Or like when I'm on the phone and I call them and they're like, where are the girls? And I'm like, it's just me. It's like
yesterday. This happened to me yesterday. I was just going to a baby shower,
Mhm.
and because I still like
Yeah.
I sound worse than I actually.
No. I literally
feel.
I had a birthday party to go to and I was like I just like don't feel comfortable coming because like I just like don't want everyone to think I'm
spreading
a
germs.
disgusting
Yeah, exactly.
like rat
Same.
person. Yeah.
But my mother-in-law was going to the same baby shower, so I drove
The
to
gifts, okay.
Chandler to give her the basket that I had put together for the soon-to-be mom. Excuse me. And she was like, thanks so much for dropping it off, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like telling her what's in the basket. No. My father-in-law in the house is like, where's Dallas and Charlie? I was like, at home. And he was like, oh, okay. I'm like,
I hate when people like look in the car, like, and I'm like,
no, I got out of the car. I brought
okay,
it to the
because
door.
I was gonna say,
But still, like, he like stood in the kitchen and was like,
you're like, why?
hey, where's Dallas and Charlie? I was like, at home,
Like,
with
we don't-
Alex. And he was like, oh. I'm like, okay, hi, nice to see you too.
No, literally.
But it's the same thing, like my dad, his birthday's on Tuesday, and
Mhm.
he's like, this is the tentative plan. Unless the kids aren't feeling well, then we'll
We'll do
nix
it
the
another day.
plan."
We're gonna do it another day.
And I was like, okay, but that's like your birthday.
you don't care. It's not
No,
for you.
because his two best friends aren't gonna be
That's
there.
all that matters. Literally. Honestly,
It's too much.
it's a whole thing. And speaking of sickness, I just have to throw something out there because I know that there's plenty of moms who are listening, and I just like need to share something.
Oh,
that's
share it,
really,
please. I know exactly what you're gonna
You
share.
know exactly what I'm gonna say. So let's do a tippy talk of the experience that I had in the last month.
So wrong.
So as we know, I'm a dance mom through and through. December is very busy. Considering the fact that I would say December is very busy, I literally don't have a dance break until March. Like literally until March. We're competitions every single month until March. I literally have competition January, February, break in March because I opted out. April, May, and then recital in June. So catch me in July when I'm like functioning again as a human. But obviously Jam-packed for everyone. Sicknesses abound in December, November,
It
all the
happens.
things. Totally understand. Everybody has kids. We're all dance moms, whatever. So, it was two of the girls in Char's class had gotten sick the second to last week of class. So we, by the bad misfortune, had our recital scheduled for 4 days before Christmas. Don't get me started on that alone. Just bad ideas all around. So the week prior to that, one of the moms, we have there's a group chat, and she's like, oh, so-and-so's not feeling well, we're gonna skip tonight. All right, totally understand. Thanks for being conscientious of the other parents who have children. And so then that week, that was a Monday and a Tuesday. And then on Friday, girls had their Christmas dance party where everyone comes for whatever, they exchange gifts and they do the whole thing, whatever. Sends her daughter to that. Okay. I didn't know that because I had dropped Char off. It's like a drop off pickup situation. So I didn't stay.
Yeah.
One of the other moms had let me know, whatever. So she sends her kid, obviously assuming everyone's like, oh, kid's better, whatever.
Yeah.
So roll to the following Monday, the week of recital. So this is the week before Christmas, so the week to Christmas.
Yeah.
She sends in a group chat. So-and-so's very, very sick, high fever, all these things, terrible.
No.
So, and then one of the other moms like, oh, same with whatever, they're like, we're not coming. Perfect, thank you. They're like, we're gonna have a game time decision to decide if we're gonna come to the recital on Thursday. It's Monday. In my opinion, personal opinion, Monday to Thursday, if your child has a very high fever, is very sick, and was sick the previous week, there's probably some bigger issues going on.
There's a very small window that child will be fever-free without medication.
For 48 hours.
Yeah.
And that's very questionable for me. I'm like, all right, we don't the other moms and I don't we have a small group of moms who are very, there's 3 of us who are very close. And then the other ones we chit chat with, we're friends with, but not close enough to be hey,
that's a problem.
Hey, do not bring your kid. Because I would have no problem saying that to a mom that I felt close enough to.
Yeah.
And it's just not, I would just not have a problem with it. But okay, so then Tuesday we have class. She's like, oh, she's not feeling well. Whatever, still isn't feeling well. And I'm like, all right. So she's still making that game time decision on Thursday, hoping we're better. I'm like, it's Tuesday. We have literally 48 hours till recital. So your child is still not fever free.
Yeah.
So then Wednesday rolls around and she's not in the class on Wednesday, but we have not gotten a text update. And so I'm like, we're going to Disney 2 days after Christmas. We also find out that this mom is also taking her kids to Disney the 2 days before Christmas. And I'm like, so I can't escape this no matter where I go because you're coming to Disney or you're coming to the recital. And so I pull the trigger on Wednesday night and I say, hey, how's everyone doing? Meanwhile, I'm seething because obviously this is really annoying. This is really frustrating because I need my kids to be well, not only for Christmas. Christmas, we can postpone. We can do whatever. But Disneyland paid for a lot.
I was about to say the paid trip
to Disneyland. And here's the thing. I understand. You want your kid to perform a recital. I get it. $100. One recital.
That's my opinion.
We're out. And here's the thing. I have 2 daughters. So if one of them was sick, I'd be pulling both of them from recital. I wouldn't even I wouldn't send one.
The other is getting sick.
Exactly.
Because that's what's happened in my house.
And it happens in everyone's house. And so I like I said, bit the bullet on the Wednesday, and I said, hey, because she wasn't, obviously they weren't a dress rehearsal, so it's are you coming? And they're like, oh, she's doing so much better, doesn't have a fever anymore, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And I was like, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?
Who's gonna be like,
who's gonna do that? And so everyone was kind of voting me to do it. Again, I don't have a relationship with these people. I don't think they like me very much anyway, for whatever reason. I have a habitual thing of I'm unless you tell me you like me, I think you hate me. So it's fine. So
no, literally.
So I mean, it's whatever. And I was like, all right, well, I don't know these people, so I can't like I can't do this. And one of them said one of the moms had also gotten sick. And so I kept praying. I'm like, I'm loading my kids up with every immunity booster physically possible, because I know now this is out of my hands. This is not. And so I had to come to Jesus talk with Shar and come at me for whatever as a mom. But I told Shar, I said, here's the thing. I said, and Shar's more mature for her age, so I believe I can have this conversation. Would it have backfired on me? Maybe. I don't really care. I said, here's the deal, Shar. So and so are sick. I said, they're still coming to recital. I said, I really, 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 really need you to not hug, not touch hands, not touch your face, not put your hands in your mouth. I said, I need you to just find some distance. I said, I know this is really hard for you. And she goes, but if they're sick, why are they coming? And that was a mic drop.
Thank you.
Because let me talk to you, if my 5-year-olds can understand that concept, why do 30 and 40 and 50-year-old moms not understand that concept 4 days before Christmas, no less?
Yes.
And so the next day when I dropped the girls off at recital, I did make eye contact with the mom, and I did shoot her a nasty look, and I don't regret it. Maybe I should, but I don't. Because you know what? Like, why are you dropping your kid off? Why are you doing this for one dance in which they were 24th in the show? So she was sitting backstage for 23 performances. And just let everyone know, she was next to my child in the dance. So I was feeling really hopeful. And then day before Disney, Shar came down with a fever.
Yep.
Just as I suspected would happen. And it was really shitty because I was loading her up with Tylenol and Motrin on the clock while we were in Disneyland. And when you spend the money that you spend to go to Disneyland, and I know it was a gift for us, there was still, obviously we still paid for food, we paid for toys, we paid for all the experiences, whatever. It's not fun to watch your kid like still miserable. To be at like, even though she was like for most of the days was at like a 70 to 90%, when she was it's a lot on someone's body at a healthy person to go to Disney.
It's a lot on kids in general, but to not feel 100% and be there, like that's hard.
And you guys, I know that I'm not alone in that sentiment as a parent to be like, and I know like you, like, I feel like 2020, 2021, like everyone like kind of like had like mixed feelings on like, don't go out, don't do this, whatever. But like, I think that just in general, as a parent, no matter when it was, pre-2020, if you're sick, don't come. Like, just don't come.
Well, that's like the people who, when we were kids, like, were loading their kids up with, Tylenol or Motrin.
Oh, yeah.
And still sending them to school, they had a fever because they had to go to work. Unfortunately, that sucks for some people because people need to work, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's the same thing. Now if your child has a fever, there's a problem.
And here's the thing. This was the really crappy part. Is we got a text message in that group thread that was, Merry Christmas, just want to let everyone know I brought so-and-so to the urgent care in Anaheim because she was sick. And I was like, are you mother kidding me? The day on Christmas Eve, we got this text. You guys, let me just tell you. So we, like, our side chat blowing up.
Oh,
like, are you kidding me right now? So you would think, since that occurred 2 weeks ago, that I would be over it. No, I'm not over it. You guys,
she's full well.
I am ready tomorrow when I see her, or if I don't see her, I will be ready at the point when she does come back to the studio, because she doesn't always bring her daughter, which is fine. But when they're like, oh, how was everyone's Christmas? Bitch, you want to know how my Christmas was? My Christmas was fine. Do you know how my after Christmas, when I was loading my kid up with Tylenol because you brought your sick freaking kid to the dance recital for one dance? Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. So just letting everyone know, I will be going off. So I'm loading up today because I sound worse than I feel. But like, I'm ready. You guys, I am thrilled. I'm ready. I've been this conversation, because I haven't seen her for 3 weeks.
Almost 3 weeks, yeah.
Because she was, well, longer than that because her kid's not been a dance. So I haven't
that's
seen
right.
her kid. I haven't seen her since actually the first week in December because Vance had taken Char the next week to dance.
Okay.
So I haven't seen her in a hot minute. So I'm ready. I'm no holds barred. In 2024, we're getting more toxic than we were in 2023. So be ready for it. We'll have an update next month after I
That is so
lose
funny.
my ever-loving mind because I'm also going to be riding the Dance Mom high because I haven't been there. And I'm just ready to get my kid out of the house for like
Oh my gosh.
some time.
Tuesday can't come fast.
I know it's not. But yeah, so there's a little update
That's
on
insanity.
me. I mean Amber's had this full plate.
Oh yeah, this isn't new to me. I already know all of this stuff, but
This is chaos.
that's what life is though. It's just like pure straight chaos.
We haven't stopped. I feel like I have not experienced chaos since 2019 ended. Literally.
Well, that's a whole nother story. But so how was your Thanksgiving? You had a good Christmas? You had a good New
Everything was great.
Year's?
Everything was great. I mean, my New Year's was spent, we had literally just gotten home from Disneyland. Disneyland was wonderful. Actually it was crowded, like the lines were busy, but I didn't wait in a single standby line because we had gotten the Genie Plus, like Lightning Lane nonsense, fast pass, new wave, because with toddlers, you can't wait in lines. You can't because you don't have a stroller to sit them in. And if you have an Eloise, she wants to be attached to you like a koala on a tree.
Did you use that thing?
Oh, I forgot it at home and I was pissed about it because I was like, well, I probably won't use it. And then I was like, why didn't I not bring it? Because she literally
warned you.
The longest line we waited in, it said it was 30 minutes to meet the princesses. And it ended up being an hour. And I was by myself in line with both girls. It was a lot. 0 out of 10 would not recommend the line. 100 out of 10 would recommend watching them meet the princesses. I was crying the whole time. I cried 7,500 times during the entirety of the trip because if you know me, I'm like, if I'm sad, mad, any sort of anger, like any sort of level out, like if I'm at like a 1 or if I'm at like 1 to 5 and then like 7 to 10, I'm crying. So like I'm usually like rarely in that middle
mood.
range.
Danielle's in tears.
Basically, if I'm in a 5 to a 7, then I'm like in a comfortable spot. Like right now, like I'm in a 5 to a 7, so I'm like solid. But like anything above that, I'm crying. Literally, I'm literally only in that stable range of 5 to 7, which I'm hardly ever in. Hardly ever. Like right now I am because like I can turn it on, but like 1 to 4, 7 to 10, and I'm like in tears. So I was crying the whole time because I was like, this is like the most beautiful thing. Like watching like me Chip and Dale, I'm crying. It's like
That Chip and Dale, I was in tears. Oh
no,
my
them
God.
getting the Bibbidi Bobbidi boutique makeovers in tears. Like it was like, and he like
Too
look over,
much.
he's like, are you like
Are you okay?
I mean, no, I'm not. That's
How
what.
are you not crying right
And
now?
here's the thing, like I think that's like my whole thing with books. Like if like happy, sad, I'm crying. I'm like a full blown mess. And
Well, there was a book I read I received as an ARC, and I read in December, and I like had put on like I just finished reading thing that I do on our Bookstagram, that I had me in tears, and the author DM'd me and was like, I'm really sorry it made you cry. And I was like,
no,
oh my gosh, no,
we love feelings.
I love it. Yes, I love feelings. I enjoyed that it made me cry. It made me like really think. It made me feel something deeper, and it just hit me emotionally. She's like, actually, it's one of the heaviest books I like as a whole have written, but she's like, I didn't expect people to cry, and I was like, well, I did. So
You're like, so here it is. I honestly, transitioning into the book part of the podcast, I actually think that when a book gives me such an emotional reaction that I cry, that makes it so much like that's like
it's instant 5-star.
That's a 5-star feeling for me because I can't think of a single book that didn't make me cry that I didn't hit 5, that it wasn't a 5-star read for me. Like tear up, totally different. But when I'm like sobbing 5 stars. It's done. It's 5 stars.
Yeah.
And it's just a different feeling. I think, you know, when, like I said, when I'm out of that range, that's really where I'm crying. But like, honestly, like, it just is a totally different feeling when you're like feeling that in books. Cause I think that it's like such, as a reader, when you are reading a book and you are able to be removed so far to a world where you're completely separate and you feel so attached or you feel so much emotion for these characters and this
Yeah.
plot and all the things. And I think that's like the best, like an author's done its job, like done their job, if that's what they are able to do.
If I can read a book and I sit and I instantly am like, oof.
It's literally.
I'm currently reading Her Beast
Yes.
as an arc by Mandy Muse.
I'm thankful that you didn't finish it before this, because I don't think you'd be here. Like, I just like don't know if you'd like
The
be-
dedication had me in tears.
So we're done.
I can't. Like, of course I DM'd her because she's my unwarranted BFF. I feel bad. Like, I'm always DMing her. But I was like, the dedication. She's like, it's the best one I've written so far, and it had me in tears as well. And I was like, oh my gosh.
No, literally. Totally get it. Yep.
I can't.
Yep. I get it. I literally totally get it. So, all right. So,
Let's
this
play catch up.
episode, 30 minutes in.
Woohoo.
Welcome to the book part of the episode. We're going, because we haven't been here, for our extended hiatus, we are deciding to do November and December wrap up in one. And then you will also get our 2023 wrap up, 2024 goals, look ahead, whatever, in a separate episode.
Yes.
So you are actually getting like even before TNT existed, you will still get our 2023 favorites that include books that we haven't talked about.
Mhm.
So, which is exciting, which is fun for you. Super fun for us. We love it. So yeah, November, December.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. November, I read 7 books. My favorite book that I read in November was Jasper Vale by Devney Perry of the Eden series. Highly recommend the series. It's
On
very
KU.
good. Yeah, it's on KU. It's very good. I gave it 5 stars. Like, it's just
No notes.
literally no notes, honestly. It's a dual point of view, found family, grumpy sunshine, Vegas wedding, things like that. There's something about her writing that I just really, really enjoy.
I think she's one that I will dive into this year.
I think you would really like the Eden
Because-
series.
Kristen really likes it.
Yeah,
I really base if Kristen likes it, then like
she's the one who introduced it to me. She's like, you really should read this series.
okay. I will add it to my series list for the year, because like I think that like, and plus it's on KU, which is lovely because money. I mean, not that you're not spending money on KU, but like it's girl math.
Girl math.
You're getting it.
It's a subscription, so you're basically getting free books.
It's like when I forget that I have book a month and then I get books.
Yeah.
I did finally cancel book of the month. Just to let everyone know, in 2024, book of the month has been canceled. Because last month I did forget that I still was paying. So I got my last books.
Yay!
We're done. See you later. I didn't read the book for the book of the month in December either. So
It was just time to move on.
no, but the book I got for December, people were raving about. So I'm really excited to read it. It's not a Christmas themed book. So it's a winter
That's-
theme. So it's technically still winter. It's very cold. So
Nice. What did you read in November, and what was your
Oh.
top read or top reads plural?
November I was unwell mentally, because I read 6 books in November, and it was Iron Flame.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean that feels like 900 years ago.
That was such a struggle month for Danielle, and even my sister.
Yeah.
Which you two still need to get in the studio and record that
Record,
episode.
yeah.
Because I feel like you guys need to like
We need to decompress from that.
together. But seriously though, like Danielle would be texting, she's like, I don't even know how to move on. Like, what do I
And
read
that was
next?
like a solid, I would say that was a solid at least almost 2 weeks of me not being able to function. And I don't know if you know that you're the reason that I got out of the slump.
Me?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
No, I know. I was like, I don't think you do. So I went pre-TNT in the month of July, possibly, maybe June, I don't remember. I went on an Ellen Hildebrand binge, and I only read her books back to back to back to back. I think I read
Oh, you read those over the summer.
Yes. So she sent me
You did like 24 hours.
24 hours of Ellen Hildebrand, but not
Yeah.
straight because moms, I can't.
No, if I'm gonna do that, I need a hotel room and room service.
No, literally, and it's gonna be 48 hours. It's not gonna be 24. So I read the Winter Street series by Ellen Hildebrand because you sent it to me in a what's it called a TikTok video, and you're like, have you seen these? And there was like, it's like her like Christmas series of books, and so it's like they're not interconnected standalones. They're literally like, it's like literally a mini series, and there's 4 books. So I just literally like knocked those all out because they're like very quick reads, just easy palate cleansers.
You're welcome.
I know. I was like,
that's so funny.
So, but Iron Flame was my top read of the month of November. Obviously, we're gonna have a whole episode on it at some point. Also, honorable mention to the Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber. The 3rd book had come out end of October, and so I read books 2 and 3 in November, pre Iron Flame. So
thank God you did that.
Pre Iron Flame. Amazing series. I would say 5-star series. Some of the book, like the first book was like more like 4-star, but like 5-star series as a whole. The series conclusion, 3rd book was amazing. So if you're looking for a really good like romantasy series that just has really like amazing banter, enemies to lovers, it's all here. So Once Upon a Broken Heart, I finished that series, really, really good, in November. So total of 6 books. I mean, like I said, trudged by, honestly, barely made it through.
Yeah, for real though. That was a rough month for you. Okay, so then December, I struggled in December, and I think I was just like,
you were arced out in December.
I'm arced out now, to be honest.
You had a very archy year.
I did, and that's why one of my goals for 2024 that we'll talk about a little bit later. But and I read 9 books. I still, did pretty well. 9 books, my 2.
I love when people are gonna be like 9 books. And
well, if you read 1 book a month, that's amazing.
Except if you're that guy from Barnes and Noble, if you know, you know.
That's only because he hyped it up. Like he read like.
I was ready for. I'm still
blown away by that.
No, I still think about it. Like that's my Roman Empire. I think about that guy in Barnes and Noble.
I swear I'm not an asshole. I just
you guys
taken aback by the fact that he hyped that up so much. Like, oh my God, I'm such a reader, and like I'm like, oh cool. And
like you can be a reader and read 1 book.
Exactly.
Totally. If you read any books, you're a reader. But it was you guys. I cannot put into actual words, and neither can Amber.
It was just the way he hyped it.
It was
up.
like you guys. It was like this air of like I am elite.
Yeah.
And he was like coming and he was like, you guys. Like we were his, like he was about to
and I applaud you.
Like come up and he was gonna TED talk the fuck out of us, and he was like, you guys, I am just elite.
I thought he was gonna give me something
like
that was
15
blow
books,
my book,
and we were gonna be like, oh man,
blow my mind. Give me some good book recs. No.
And you know what? We were giving him the recs because like, oh, I never heard of that before.
Yeah,
Kristen, God bless her. She doesn't probably, like, she's definitely not listened this far into the episode, if at all. We love you if you have, but you saved us because I could not speak to him because I have 0 social skills, and I
walked away.
No, I know. Well, I was gonna say Amber walked away, and I'm such a bitch that I can't physically make my face not look contorted. Someone said because I was like, oh, do I like get Botox soon, whatever, and I was like, I need, like, someone's like, you need Botox, like, so your face doesn't make the expressions that your brain is thinking, because
no, just don't do that.
I mean, like,
just give me what I want. I believe that true authenticity is important. So if you're gonna read, what you're thinking, you might as well just say it.
I mean, but
But I mean,
feel
read the
bad.
room a little bit.
You
but
know, I
still.
feel bad. You know, I feel
yes,
bad.
I know.
It's just not in me. But I'm sorry if I've ever given you a look that like expresses my distaste. I really did mean it, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you got your feelings hurt, but like I did mean.
Freaking love that so much. Okay, so I can't. Okay.
Shout out to the guy from Barnes and Noble. We hope you're listening.
Again, I hope that you're not listening because I would feel even worse.
I was worried Amber was gonna give him our podcast as a wreck, and I'm so glad she didn't.
I did not.
There was a slight moment. I'm like, oh my god, if she tells him to listen to our podcast,
because you know what,
we're never gonna be talking shit about
I tell
him.
people about it all the time.
About the guy?
No, about our podcast.
Oh, I was like,
I know. I don't talk about that guy. I'm good. I don't need to continue to relive it. Let's be real. But anyway,
do you know that
if you read one book a month, I applaud you. Good for you.
If you read one book every 6 months, great.
Yeah. If you pick up a book
if you pick up one book, but you listen to our podcast, as long as you're listening to our podcast, you can do whatever.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
You can do whatever.
But again, I average like 10 to 12 books a month.
No, 100%,
so 9
yeah.
was like rough for me to like wrap my head.
It was a long month. It was a long
month, and you know, making magic and for our
making
kids
magic,
and things like
absolutely.
That. So, but the 2 books that I loved that I read was Big Nick Energy by Morgan Elizabeth,
which we will talk about as our book of them. So check out that episode.
Yeah. And then I received an art called Should Have Killed Me by Casey Kuchler. Again, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her last name, but that's what I'm going with. It's her debut novel. It's a thriller, and it was fast-paced. It was so freaking good. 5 stars, no notes. Like,
is that the one that you recommended to Becca?
Yeah, and Becca, she 100% agreed with me. She was like, no, this was fantastic. Phenomenal.
I may decide, one of the things I was actually playing with was adding more thrillers into my 2024, but like not like super scary, like not super scary, like medium thrill options.
A medium thrill.
I don't know if that's a medium thrill option.
I think you should read it. I think everyone should read it. I recommend it to my mother-in-law.
Was there any trigger warnings? I mean, it's a thriller, so like I think there was like
no.
Okay, right.
There weren't.
You know what book was not my favorite book of December? Wreck the Halls.
I did not read that because, I mean, it was our book club read, but I did not read it.
Y'all.
Because everyone ruined it.
No, it was not good. And I ended up reading our book club book for November that I DNF'd in this, and then I read it in December and I actually really loved it. So shocking. But no, Wreck the Halls, no. If you're looking for Christmas books to add to like next year, please remove that from your list. ASAP. It's terrible. Yeah. Everybody hated it in our book club that actually did read it. So just letting everyone know.
Cringe.
Yeah.
That was a consensus.
It was a consensus. It was great book club meeting we had, but
what were your December?
Oh shit. December. I had everything on my laptop, and now we're recording on our laptop because we're trying new things in 2024. In December I read 8 books. It was also a fantasy month for me. Favorite books of the month, Powerless by Lauren Roberts.
I've been trying to read that one for a while.
Well, remember that was the one I tried to source to get it before it was re-released, and then I didn't read it until it was re-released. It's so dumb. But it was amazing, fast-paced. If you loved Fourth Wing, highly recommend Powerless. Like, it was Fourth Wing vibes sans dragons. So if you're like not a dragon girly, that's okay. Your opinion is wrong, but you can. Dragons are like.
So I'm wrong.
Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet if you're wrong because we haven't found out.
True.
Also read Ruthless Vows in December because it came out on the 26th. It was an immediate read. I'm not, obviously no spoilers here. So the follow-up to Divine Rivals. So just so you know, Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows is a duology, so it is stories finished. So if you're like, how do I get a series to actually finish? I consider a duology, anytime there's more than one book, I consider it a series.
That's a series.
So, if you want to, and you were waiting to read Divine Rivals until the whole series is finished, it's finished. So I do recommend you read it. It was a really good series. And then
I was there when she bought the book.
you were there. I was just saying that you were there. I did get the last Barnes and Noble exclusive copy, which is beautiful. It's this beautiful like teal. It's stunning.
You should show them.
Oh, it's right here. Here we go. You can see. I'm like making all kinds of sounds. It's stunning, honestly.
It's so pretty.
And I love
I think that cover is better than the white cover, in my opinion.
Oh, I 100% agree. 100%.
Now, did you read the physical copy or did you just read it on your Kindle? Because I don't see any tabs.
I did read on my Kindle. I'm thinking about it. I was like, what? Because I read it going to Disney.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I did not bring any physical copies with me, which is ironic because literally all the books I was reading had physical copies of. But I just didn't bring it because I was like, we know.
Yes.
If you know, you know.
Yes.
And then I also finished the Magnolia Park series. Finally finished the 4th book. I had been putting it off not because I didn't want to read it, but because I did not want to not have any Magnolia Parks to read. And so that was like tied for like the best read, but so it was a solid month of reading and I knocked out I thought I was gonna knock out more books being gone, but I did not. Disney, where's you down?
Literally.
And then I did Legos on the way home, so I didn't really read as much. I did finish Ruthless Vows on the way home and then did Legos, so yeah.
There you go. All right, we're gonna move into our ARC segment. I'm gonna do something different because I have so many that I'm just going to tell you the title, where I got it from, where it can be available, and what I rated it, and just quickly like kind of go from there because we're just gonna sit here for like 2 hours with me doing all that, what I did before. Fortress of the King by Dakota and Mackenzie Fox, they're sisters. They wrote a series called Medici Mafia series. This is book 1. I received this from the author's agency. You can find it on KU. Mafia, crime family, alpha male, hidden identity, kidnapping, dual point of view, 4 stars, 2 chili peppers. Then I read the next one in that series as well. I got it like together as a pair.
That's fine.
From the author's agency. It's called Fortress of the Queen because the first 2 books are like, it is a series, but the first 2, like, it's part 1, part 2 kind of situation.
Oh, it's cool that you got both though.
Yeah. Also available on KU by Dakota and Mackenzie Fox. Book 2, as I just said. Same kind of tropes, mafia, crime family, hidden identity, kidnapping, blackmail, happy ending, dual point of view. I gave this book also 4 stars and 2 chili peppers. The Hero She Needs by Anna Hackett. First time I've ever read this author. I received this from the author's agency, available on KU. Book 1 in the Unbroken Heroes series. Military hero, military romance, woman on the run, forced proximity, bodyguard kind of vibes. I gave it 4 stars, 3 chili peppers. It was insta-love, so it was kind of different, and also written in the 3rd person.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a shock.
I think that's 3rd person is such an interesting thing because I think if it's done well, the book is still, I'm reading a 3rd person right now and I think it's 3rd person, but if it's done well, it's really good. But sometimes it's like jarring. I don't know why.
Well, because it's different because you are always reading dual point of view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm reading a dual POV 3rd person right now. It's like but it's really good.
Well, then there you go.
So, but it's rare. That's very rare.
Yeah.
I'm just not a 3rd person girly.
So then I read Should Have Killed Me by Casey Kuchler. I got this from Sunny Babe PR. This is her debut novel. It is available on KU. You're looking at a domestic thriller, deserted local, fast-paced, intelligent psychopath, and dual point of view. 5 stars. Like, no, honestly, no notes. Like, I literally would pick this book up again and still be shocked.
Would you really?
Yeah.
And that's not big, because you never think
No.
to pick books back up.
No,
I love that.
loved it. Vicious Air. This is by Victoria Ellis. This is book 2 in the Mafia Do Us Part series, available on KU. Definitely trigger warnings in this book. Mafia, auction, rival families, breath play, forced proximity, enemies to lovers, dark romance, dual point of view. I gave it 4.5 stars, 3 chili peppers. Admittedly for Me by Jenna Lockwood. I got this from the Authors Agency. This is book 1 in the Beechwood Fall series, also available on KU. You're looking at small town, hurt, comfort, best friend's ex, rekindled attraction, second chance. I texted the group chat about this book.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It just deals with like a lot of grief, and learning how to like move on.
I think those books are so, like, if it's done well, I think it's
and
so
I
good.
feel like this was done really well.
I love that.
And that's why this book had me in tears. 4 stars, 3 chili peppers. And then I just lost time because life. But
I realize I do
also-
have 2 arcs to talk about, because I did post about them, so I feel like I should at least, like,
yes.
after you're done, just touch on them.
Just give me 1 second. I did Too Far. So I read Too Far, which is book by Abby Millsaps. I also got this from the Authors Agency. This is the last book of the Boys of Lake Chapel series, and the tropes are why choose college football, protector at all costs, lovers to enemies, second chance, chronic illness rep, neurodivergent rep, mental health rep, and multiple point of view. I gave this book 4.5 stars and 4 chili peppers.
That's a lot of chili peppers.
And then the rest of the arcs that I've started to read are from January, so that'll be next month.
So I only have 2. I figure I should just touch on them, because one I'll just do in January.
Nicole just texted me and said she just started the Boys at Lake Chapel series. She's loving it so far. Thanks
Oh,
for the book rec.
There we go. Okay, so November, Alive at Night by Amelia Reese, I think Rhys, I think it's Reese. That's
I
what
would say that's Reese.
And that arc was directly from her for her debut novel, Enemies to Lovers, Workplace Romance on KU, 3 chili peppers, Found Family, Best Friend's Brother, Fake Dating, One Bed.
We love fake dating.
Really love, I'm a big, like, Enemies to Lovers and Fake Dating, with thrown on one bed situation. I'm here for it. Literally. So banter was really good, flew through it, just a really great, solid read, rated at 4.5 stars. Then the arc I read for December, literally I was not in an arc kind of month, but I have like 900 arcs for 2024. And remember we talked about, you're getting all these arcs for 2024, like
You need to slow down.
And now we have, it's come,
And
the
now we're
consequences of my actions have come back. Because I have like 5 to read this month, so catch me at the end of this month talking about however many. The next one was a romantasy arc, which was called Born of Starlight from Sunny Babe PR. 4 stars, loose Rapunzel retelling. So not like fully like Tangled vibes, but like loosely based on that. Dual POV, on Kindle Unlimited, Fated Lovers, Forbidden Magic, Prophecy, Curse, Hidden Identities. Really good. On KU, if I didn't say that. 2 chili peppers. It was really good. It's the first fantasy novel in a series that she's making, so we love a stellar female main character.
It was fantasy.
Yeah. I've honestly never read a fantasy arc before. Because 2023 was very much my like fantasy era. Like, so
Yeah.
I mean, going into 2024, I expect nothing less. But yeah, those are the 2 arcs. And then I'm finishing Smoking Gun, which I'll talk about in the January wrap up, hopefully, because I gotta finish it today. So
Yeah, you.
yay for me.
I think that's it for 2023.
Well, it's
Or-
for
well-
November and December 2023.
Yes, this is true.
Our last monthly wrap up of 2023. We made it. We made it, guys.
Did it.
Almost a year. Not a year. Almost an hour. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
Almost an
wow.
hour of an episode. That's fine.
That was rough.
It's fine. I mean, excuse me. We're in the same mental space right
No,
now.
literally.
So,
All right, well then, tune in to the next episode, which will be a 2023 full-blown wrap up.
and we'll get right into the books.
Yeah,
For the
well,
next-
that's strictly book
Yeah.
talk, so.
Bye,
Thanks, guys,
guys.
bye. Yeah, I need to blow my nose.
Oh my god, I'm literally I cannot breathe.
I'm gonna open these.
I know, I brought them because I was like,
I almost grabbed mine, and then I saw that you grabbed yours, because we keep one in the car.